Welcome back. So we shall have a discussion on a topic of a management, whether it is a science, art, or profession. So title of discussion for today is management as a science, art, and profession. So let us discuss them one by one. First, we'll see whether management is a science or under science, how it can be categorized or whether it can really be called as a science or not. That is what we are going to learn here. So before we call any discipline as a scientific, what are the things that are involved? Let us see them. So to call any discipline as a scientific discipline, there will be certain empirical and systematic methods which is to be done. Maybe we will have certain set of procedures to solve existing problem, or maybe we will have certain theoretical aspects to find a solution. So in order to find solution for certain things with respect to scientific approach, there will be different types of analysis to be done on the information that is available. And after doing certain analysis, so first initially we will go with the systematic approach, then we do the analysis on the available information. After that we will get some communicable and cumulative results. So communicable results in the sense, whatever results we are getting, we can clearly convey it to others. And cumulative, whatever approach we go, at the end we have to arrive at a same or similar results. So this is where we call it as we should get a communicable and cumulative results. So if we apply these systematic approaches, we can call any discipline as a scientific discipline, maybe engineering or maybe medical or biotechnology or maybe nuclear science, rocket science, whatever it is. There will be certain set of instruction that is to be followed. In such a case, we can call it as a scientific discipline. Now the topic of discussion here is whether management can be called as a science. So understanding these terminologies here with respect to the scientific discipline, management can be called as a behavioral science, not exact science, because there will not be any empirical and systematic methods here. There may be analysis of information, but it will not be the practical analysis. It will be the theoretical approach, and there will be a certain results which can be communicable, but it's not cumulative. So that is why it cannot be exactly called as science, but it falls under a scientific approach. That is why management is called as a behavior science. So here we will not say that if we follow the procedures of the management that is given, this will be the exact result that is going to be achieved. Instead, management will tell us only the tendencies and probabilities that this might, if we do this, this might happen. If we involve this particular theory, then this might be the results. Or if we employ this particular strategy, then we have a probability of 75% winning. These are certain examples what we can give with respect to the management that can be called as science. So it gives us tendencies and probabilities only. So collectively what we can say is management is a behavioral science. Second topic of discussion, that is management as a art. So with respect to this, under science, one normally learns why. Under art, one learns how of it. So if we know why this one particular thing happens, if we know the reason behind occurrence of the events or series of events, then we can call it as a science. How exactly it occurs, and if you can replicate the same event, if you know the procedure, then we can call it as a art. So theoretical lessons and principles learnt by manager will not secure results unless he or she has a skill. This skill is called as art. So unless he or she has a skill to apply the knowledge to solve the problem. So with respect to the theoretical results and principles, so whatever courses are done by the managers, maybe MBA, BBA, BBM, whatever, etc. These are the theoretical lessons, and unless and until they have practical experience on it, we cannot say that their theoretical approach will give us the results or the knowledge to solve the problem. So now from the theoretical methods or principles, getting the results is a skill, and in this way only certain people will possess that particular skill, and that is why we can call this management as an art. So we have to analyze the situation, determine what are the objectives, we have to seek the alternatives if our objective or if our plan is not meeting the requirements. So these are the things that is to be done, and then we can call management as a art, as an art. Third one, management as a profession. Manager is a profession. If we go to the banks, we will have managers. If we go to the industries, we will have different types of managers. But management is an intangible body. We may have people playing different roles of managers, but management itself is not, whether it is a profession or not, that we shall see here. So to give a judgment on this, whether management can be called as a profession or not, you have to understand the theoretical meaning of the concept called as profession. So what are the characteristics of a profession? So first one, existence of an organized and systematic knowledge. Second one, formalized methods of acquiring training and experience. That in order to become professional, we will have to learn certain things. So in order to become an engineer, you have to do 4 years of engineering course, so acquire training. Then you have to work, there will be job specific training, and then you get the experience. Then you can become a professional. So existence of an association with the professionalization and its goals. Next characteristic is existence of an ethical code to regulate the behavior of the members of the profession. So there will be certain moral code or moral principles in order to regulate the behaviors of the members of that particular organization. Only then, if these characteristics are possessed, then we can call it as a profession. And ultimately, if it is a service based profession, then we are charging certain fees on it. So teaching is a profession, so you will pay the tuition fees. Hospital or a doctor is a profession, so whatever services you are getting from a doctor, you will pay the fees charged by them. If you are going to a accountant for your taxations or GST, then they will also charge you service. If you're going for the restaurants, they will include service tax. So certain fees are charged based on the service. That is also one of the characteristic of a profession. So now, unlike medicine or law, this management does not have a fixed norm. Okay. So entry to managerial jobs is not just restricted to specific degree holders. For example, in any organization, a person possessing MBA degree can only become a manager. This is the trend nowadays. Most of the software companies, they will not promote you unless and until you have a MBA. And to get this MBA degree, most of the people will go to the distance education, where if they pay a hectic amount of fees and complete the course in a stipulated amount of time, they will get a degree, a master's degree in the MBA. But actually speaking, these managerial jobs are not just restricted to the people with the specific degree holders. Even the people not possessing these managerial degrees can become managers of the organization. So this management course, whatever we have, it may or may not be termed as a profession. So what these pointers summarizes is management cannot be called as a profession. So as per Peter Drucker, holding of academic degree should not be a condition to get an entry into management profession. For example, if a person possesses a degree in management, directly appointing him or her as the manager of the organization will be the foolish thing to do, even though some of the organizations are doing it nowadays. So by insisting on holding degree, we are overemphasizing the knowledge and completely overlooking the skill. What exactly matters in any organization is whether the task is to be completed in the given amount of time or not. With respect to that, degree is not important, knowledge or skill and the power to complete that particular task is important. So by insisting that we need a person with a managerial degree only, then we are overemphasizing the knowledge and we are completely overlooking the skill. So these are the things what we had to cover today. That is whether management as an science, art and profession. So management can be called as a behavioral science. Management requires a certain amount of skill, so it is an art, but theoretically we cannot call management as a profession. So that is the keynote of today's video. Thank you.